Welcome back. Today is a longer episode. I'm going to talk about one of my favorite parts of investing, the numbers. So get out your calculator, get out your abacus, and let's get started. I'm Steve Chapman, and today I'm going to teach you about exit strategy, financing, and running the numbers. Welcome to part 3 of the Regency series. So my exit strategy for this house was it was going to be a flip from the very beginning. It didn't meet my criteria for a rental. In this business, you have to flip houses in order to keep the cash flowing.
So how do I make money on a real estate deal? I make it one of two ways, either a good price or good terms. I also make money 5 other ways. I get discounted realtor commissions. Usually I make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 on that because I use the same realtor all the time and she loves me. I also get repairs that come under value, and that's $10,000 to $15,000 that puts in my pocket. I also do repairs and sell a house faster than I expect, and I put that extra holding money that I accounted for in my pocket. I also calculate in $20,000 for profit. And there's appreciation from the time I get the house under contract to oftentimes when I sell, and that's an extra $10,000 to $20,000. You can't count on all of that, but if you calculate it in, most of the time you'll get most of it. It helps me make about $50,000 per property, which is fair for the seller because they're going to be paying many of those costs anyways to contractors, realtors. I could just do it at a discount, which is also fair for me. So it's a win-win all the way around, and that's what I love.
So flipping allows me to buy rentals, which are a huge tax write-off and helps with my long-term plan of legacy wealth. This home is located in North Stafford, 20 minutes to Quantico and 10 minutes to the interstate. My rental criteria is the 1% rule. Will the rent be 1% of the mortgage amount? In this case, the purchase price was $245,000 and the rental price is $2,400 a month. Pretty close, but in this case, I want my equity, I want my cash out of this house.
So what's my rental criteria? I follow the 1% rule. Will the rent be 1% of the mortgage amount? A great example of this is if I purchase a home for $150,000, can I rent it for $1,500 a month? That's a quick and dirty, easy way to make a profit. There are also some variables on the cost of repairs. Are they higher or lower than I expect? What are the HOA or condo fees? Is the house in a floodplain and need flood insurance? Is the home in an appreciating, in-demand area? If that's the case, I might take less than 1%.
So at the time of this purchase, the seller had to negotiate with the creditors in order to make everything work. Zillow had the median price of $475, so that's what I had in mind for a purchase price for ARV. ARV is obviously after repair value, after I do the repairs, what's the house going to be worth? So in financing the deal, the lender loan was about 8.5% and 1.5 points, 15% down for 9 months. With other closing costs, appraisals, insurance, title, attorney, taxes, I factor I'll need about 20% down. With a purchase price of $245,000, I'll need about $50,000 to close. The ARV on this house was $475 based on sold comps, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, HomeSnap, and an increasing spring market. So I thought I might be able to get a little bit more. So the repairs we did for this house, I estimated to be about $60,000. This is going to be a mouthful, but we redid the kitchen, we moved the plumbing in the kitchen, we did LVT floors in the basement, we did hardwood on the main level, carpet upstairs, we added a new kitchen, we did interior paint, we refurbished the deck, we added a new cement step on the front walkway, we did exterior paint, we did landscaping, 2 bathrooms upstairs, we did tree work, added a bathroom in the basement, we finished the basement, we did a new AC unit, we did a new furnace, new glass, and repaired the windows. I'm going to do a separate video on the repairs and costs for this house. Guys were in and out in about a month and did a great job. So the holding cost in this house was $14,000. I bought the house in April and I'm settling at the end of November. I figure the holding cost is 1% of the purchase price per month. That includes utilities, interest, homeowners association dues, taxes, and insurance. This 1% may fluctuate depending on the cost of money. Many of the homes I buy I pay cash for, but I still include the cost of money because I like to charge the interest and I've got to eat. So holding cost was about $2,100 per month. Usually 4 months to get in, rehab, list, and settle, but in this market, it takes a little bit longer to sell, so I figure 6 months. So our next expense is the handout cost. I figure 8 to 9% on the after repair value. So in this case, it'd be $37,920. Now I call it handout cost because you have so many fingers in the real estate pie. You have real estate agents, you have lenders, you have local taxes, you have concessions to buyers, you have title and closing agents, times 2 because you have to pay for it when you buy, also when you sell. So I factor 2 to 3% for those costs in addition to your real estate costs. It's a really good rule of thumb, and I just add it to the real estate commission line when I'm making an offer. If you have to explain it to the seller, they'll understand, but they don't know all the costs that they go into when they sell a house. They think, I'm going to sell a house for $300,000, I'm going to get $300,000, but that's never the case, even if they sell it by themselves. So the next aspect that I talk about when I'm talking with sellers is the profit. It's why you wake up in the morning. It's the most exciting part. They know that you're in it for the money, so you don't need to hide it. You just tell them what it is. I expect to make $20,000, and that's what it's worth for me to take on the risk of decorating the market sway up and down, coordinating and managing the project, and just the risk of putting your money out there and hoping that it returns. So let's summarize the offer that we made. The after repair value on this house was $475,000, minus $60,000 for repairs, minus $38,000 for handouts, minus $14,000 for holding, minus $20,000 for my profit, which means the maximum allowable offer I would make is $343,000. But the offer that I made was $245,000 and it was accepted. So very conservatively, I'd make over $100,000 on this deal. The total out of pocket, including closing costs, would be $48,000 for the down payment, $60,000 for rehab, and $14,000 in holding costs. So I expect to get $122,000 back plus my profit in about 6 months or less. I have a deal calculator I use. Direct message me with your email and I'll send it to you to help get your numbers right. Thanks for watching episode 4. I'll go into further depth on the first walkthrough of this house, repair estimate, which is critical to be making money. If you want to see more about how this house progressed, how I cashed in, please like and share this video and give me a follow. If you ever have any questions about real estate, about a deal that you have, or you have questions about this deal, please write in the comments below or direct message me. We'll see you next time.